Konnichiwa, Kei desu. Are you trying to learn a new language but don't go well, so you just say, well, I speak dog, so I'm a bilingual. Let me help you. Today, I'm going to talk about how I went from no English to being bilingual and scored a 33 on ACT, and how you can apply that to learn a new language. So this is my recent ACT score and NAHS certificate. As you can see, I actually got 33. I'm not trying to clickbait you or anything. The strategy really comes down to pretty much three things: fuel, in-between times, and brace. I will explain what I mean by those as we go. So when I first came to the United States a couple years ago, I did not speak any English. I didn't even know how to say I don't feel good, and I actually almost passed out because I could not tell anybody, and how would anybody know how I feel unless I tell them, right? So obviously I could not understand anything in the class, and whenever teachers assigned me homework, I was like, oh great, I really appreciate your kindness. That time, I really had no friends and I was just wishing to go back to Japan. I came here for my father's job, and unlike most of the international students, I did not have any motivation to learn English. You know, I was just quiet, girl who speaks no English, so some people wanted to take advantage of me, and it was humiliating. This humiliation drove me to learn English, and this is what I mean by fuel. In order to learn new language, you need to have at least some desire, unless you have like perfect memory or something. Unfortunately, I did not have any special abilities, so I needed some fuel to push me. I am not letting these guys think that they are better than me. That was my motivation. One thing I immediately started doing was to remember 30 words a week. In most of the languages, if you know 3,000 words, you can have normal conversation, no problem at all. 3,000 words sounds a lot, but that's including words like I, like, food. So it's really not that bad. At this point, I haven't really discovered the fun of studying, so it was painful for me to just sit and study. So what I did was to use in-between time. In between classes, while you're stopping at red lights, while you use bathroom, or any time that you are not really doing anything is what I consider in-between time. It sounds stupid, but it really works. I mean, think about the time you've wasted a whole day. Say you check your phone for 3 minutes, but 10 minutes a day, that's 30 minutes a day, 3 hours and half a week, 14 hours a month. It builds up. Use this time. That's how you learn words easily. There was a period of time when I remembered 500 words a week for the English exam, and that requires some extra time, but only some. I will cover how to easily remember 500 words a week in a future video. Another thing I did was to listen to speeches on YouTube. Whenever I drove, I always listen to motivational speeches. One, it helped me with listening and to learn how to use phrases. And two, as I started understanding English, I was able to learn the psychology of successful people. Don't expect too much and let go of unnecessary pride. In another word, embrace yourself. Learning new language is something that cannot be done overnight. Everyone will be speaking multiple languages if it was that easy. You will get better as you go though, trust me. It doesn't feel like it, but looking back, my English has gotten so much better. It is really hard to realize how much you grow. Like, have you been in a situation where you see your aunt for like first time in 2 years and they tell you how much you have grown and you're like, really? That's kind of how language is. It's a gradual thing. So if you have to start from watching kids TV show, start from there. You might not like the fact that you're watching video for 3 years old and you're 18, but that is okay. I used to do that too. Just don't do that in front of your friends and you'll be fine. Expecting too much out of yourself will eventually lead to lots of motivations. Take one step at a time. After doing it for a while, I started having more and more conversation with people, and now I have enough English to talk to people, get 33 on ACT, and understand everything in class besides physics. So 3 things you need to learn your language: fuel, in between time, and embrace. You first need to be willing to learn new language. Once your heart is ready to learn, use in between time. You don't need to study to remember words. Finally, embrace yourself and recognize yourself taking small steps forward. Remember, learning new language is like climbing mountains. Each step you take, you are a little bit closer to the summit. I will make videos about how I improved my ACT score from 17 to 30 plus, so make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit like button if you haven't. I would love to see your comments as well. I hope I was able to give you some tips on how to learn new language. Thank you for watching and see you next time.